Hello and welcome to VOP Business Show. I'm Kayla Abraham. Well, we begin today with some breaking news. We understand the doing of accounting profession in Nigeria, and by far one of accounting's greatest practitioners in 2 centuries. Pa Akintola Williams has died at the age of 104. Pa Akintola was born in 1919. He studied accounting at the University of London and qualified as a chartered accountant in 1947. He returned to Nigeria and later set up his accounting firm, Akintola Williams & Co., now Deloitte & Touche, in 1952. Pa Akintola was also a strong advocate for developing the accounting profession in Nigeria. He was a founding member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICAN, and was president from 1963 to 1965. He was also a member of the National Board of Accountants and Auditors. Williams received many awards and honors, including the Order of the Federal Republic and the Nigerian National Order of Merit. He was also a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales. Now, the Federal Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development has given approval for United Nigeria Airlines to begin operating international flights to the United States of America, United Kingdom, Netherlands, Italy, Ireland, and the United Arab Emirates. A letter conveying the approval stated that the approval was in line with subsisting bilateral air services agreement between Nigeria and each of the countries. The designation of United Nigeria Airlines Company Limited is in line with the subsisting bilateral air service agreement between the government and the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the government of the 6 countries. Now, Vice President Kashim Shettima has disclosed that the federal government has secured a $163 million credit facility from the African Development Bank to be channeled into wheat production. The State House Director of Information, Office of the Vice President Olushola Abiola, revealed this in a statement he signed yesterday. Shettima stated that the wheat cultivation program requires at least 60,000 hectares of arable land in Kebbi and Jigawa states. Now, following the removal of fuel subsidy and devaluation of the naira and the attendant negative impact on poultry farming, poultry farmers have called on the government at all levels to urgently intervene to prevent the imminent collapse of the sub-sector. The farmers, under the aegis of Erring Poultry Association, made the appeal in a statement signed by its chairman, Juliana Ibitoye. They appealed to the government to provide palliative support directly to farmers and farmhands within the Erring Poultry Estate. Speaking on their plight, the chairman of the association disclosed that most of their members had lost their capital within the past 1 year and were on the verge of imminent total collapse. Now, the Nigerian Customs Service yesterday disclosed that only 2 banks were deactivated recently by the NCS over their failure to remit duties collected. It also stated that the Erring banks had been reported to the stipulated financial authorities, including the Central Bank of Nigeria, adding that discussions by all the parties were ongoing currently. On Friday, it was reported that the Acting Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, ordered the deactivation of some banks over their failure to remit duties collected. Now, according to the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, the 36 states of the Federation have received about 1.51 trillion naira of the total 4.4 trillion naira shared by the 3 tiers of the government between January and June 2023. This was disclosed in its second quarter 2023 Federation Account Statutory Revenue Allocations reports released in Abuja. The report showed that the states received about 817.8 billion naira from 2.32 trillion naira total distributable allocation in the first quarter and 688.2 billion naira of the 1.04 trillion naira allocation in the second quarter. It stated that a 12% decline in the overall allocation in the second quarter resulted in a 15.8% reduction in the share to the states in the first quarter from 817.8 billion naira to 688.2 billion naira. Despite the decline in the overall allocation, the report noted that the share of the state's allocation exceeded that of the federal government when the 13% derivation revenue was added. Apart from the share of the statutory allocations, the report said the 9 oil-producing states, namely Abia, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bayelsa, Delta, Edo, Imo, Ondo, and Rivers have received additional allocations as their share of the 13% derivation revenue to bring their total receipts to about 869.1 billion naira. Now, at least 4 banks, according to their financial results, have recorded 478 billion naira non-performing loans during the first half of this year. Specifically, Guarantee Trust Bank Holding PLC, FBN Holdings PLC, and 2 other banks reported 478.93 billion naira non-performing loans by value in the half year ended June 2023, an increase of nearly 16% from 413.36 billion naira reported in the full year ended December 31, 2022. The other 2 banks are FCMB Group PLC and Fidelity Bank PLC. With about 4.3% NPL ratio and 5.26 trillion naira gross loans and advances, FBN Holdings reported 226.24 billion naira NPL by value in 2023 from 204.29 billion naira reported in 2022. The holdings declared 5.4% NPL ratio and 3.79 trillion naira gross loans and advances in the 2022 financial year. GTCO declared 115.29 billion naira NPL by value as of 2023 from 102.37 billion naira reported in the 2022 financial year. Now, the exchange rates between the naira and the US dollar, according to the data released on the FMDQ Security Exchange, the official forex trading portal, showed that the naira opened at 767.83 naira per dollar on Friday and closed at 736.62 naira per dollar that same day. And that's all on VOP Business Show and VOP TV. We would like you to subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It is Voice of the People TV, and on other social media platforms at VOP TV Live. I'm Kayla Abraham. Thanks for watching.